What is up, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals? It is May 6th, 2024. It is about to be May 7th where I am at. And so this video may be a mixture of sharing who the Lord is. That's definitely something I want to do. How he is, how he is, how he still is, who he is. So the Lord doesn't carry the Lord of the world, if you don't already know. So Jesus Christ is Lord of the world. It's all in the Lord's hands. It's all in the Lord's hands. Whether you believe it or not, it is. And it's maybe a terrible lie or a terrible deception to believe that there is no God that is in control and that sees things, sees everything. So, he has the power and the ability to do whatever he wants, but he doesn't abuse his power. And, a lot of us can use our brains and think, and that maybe tells us a lot. If some of us or any of us had the power that he does, it maybe wouldn't be very good. So, it's amazing that he is in control and that he has the power and the ability to do whatever he wants, yet he doesn't abuse his power. He doesn't. So, and he's very patient, very kind, and loving with us. He really is. He really is. And I want to. So, maybe some of us or a lot of us believe that God is just this loving machine. He's only this kind and loving and machine, but there are things that do not make the Lord happy. And you might go, well, you might look at the Lord like he's a lunatic or like he's crazy because there's things that don't make him happy. Does everything make you happy? Does everything make me happy? We are designed in the image of him, of God. We are fashioned. We are designed. We are made in his image. So a lot of us are just like him. Are we him? No, but we are just like him, a lot of us. So, we're all made in his image. So there are things that don't make the Lord happy, and the Lord sees the goodness. So maybe this is important for you to know, whoever's watching this. The Lord does see the goodness. He's not just like, oh man, like I only see the bad. The goodness means nothing to me. The goodness means so much to the Lord. The goodness means so much to the Lord, and he loves the ones who sin. He reached me when I was a sinner, and he's reached so many people, in places that the people that he's reached, he's reached so many people in places or times that were not like, were in times where people weren't living this super pure and holy life. So, and it's important for people to know that God's wrath is coming. God's wrath is coming. Whether you believe it or not, it's coming. And I'm gonna say this: God's wrath isn't coming because we're all being phenomenal to each other, and they're it's coming for there may be reasons I don't even know, but it's not coming because we're all being phenomenal to each other. It's not coming because there's no evil going on in the world, just disgusting and awful things. The Lord sees the evil and the wickedness that goes on in the world. He does. And people may think like, oh, there is no God watching. There is. And we're blessed. And for those that know that we're blessed and we that know that he's loving and merciful and kind, that's amazing. It's better for you to know that he's loving and kind and merciful than for you to not know, at all that he is a loving and merciful and patient, and that he is loving, patient, and merciful. But just like so we're designed by him. We're made in his image. So he's not a lunatic. He's not this crazy God that's like, man, like these sinners, like I just hate them. Like I don't love them. Like no, he loves us so much. He loves us so much. But there is evil that goes on in the world that not everyone sees. There's things I've never seen. But there is evil that goes on in the world. Whoever's watching this, there's awful things you maybe have never seen. But there is an all-knowing, and there is a God that does see everything. Everything. There is no escaping God. There is no escaping. Whether you can reject him while you're here on earth, and earth, 80 years, if you live for 80 years, 60 years, 40 years, 30 years, however long you're here, you're not going to live for 300 years. You're not. However long you're here, next to eternity, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. And God wants you with him. He wants you with him. He wants you with him. God would rather you be with him than be in hell. So yeah, we can use our brains. I may have already said, we can use our brains. A lot of us can. A lot of us can use our brains. And a lot of us can think, why would wrath come? Why would wrath come? Why would the wrath of God come? Is it because this earth, the people on the earth, is this earth is just phenomenal and amazing? Hey, there is goodness in this world. There's lots of goodness in this world. This world isn't just this 100% negative place, but there is evil that goes on in the world, and there is, So yeah, it's amazing, and it's I maybe have been in true awe, maybe more than once, of the Lord. I have been in awe. I have been in awe more than once of the Lord. I have been. Like imagine you like he has the power and the ability to do anything, and he doesn't abuse his power. And if you wondered or questioned during this video, wrath, like what do you mean the wrath of God coming? Like where did you come up with that? Where did you come up with that, pal? Where did you come up with that, bud? There are people that know that God speaks to his people. God speaks to his people. More than one. Are you serious? You may be asking that. You may be wondering, are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. God really does speak to his people more than once. And there is maybe another brother or sister out there that would go, oh yeah, God's told me, or God showed me what's coming. All right, well, this is maybe going to be the end of the video, and maybe all of this was a mixture of sharing who the Lord is, how he is, and also I talked about what did I talk about? Did I talk about yeah, talked about God's wrath and you know, and how he sees everything. So yeah, well, alrighty. This video is going to come to an end.